Hello! Welcome to my new project. This project aims to focus on the fictional world of Uvhena, designated by my fellows. With this project, we will see the start and fall of a fictional humanity. By using several different assets in our possession, these videos will be in several parts. Part 1, which is this video, will address the planet itself and the different topics revolving around this new world. Hello, I'm Dante. I will be your guide in this new simulated world, from where we shall start with the planet itself. This planet is located fourth from its sun, surrounded by 7 other planets, holds life similar to the middle of the Pliocene era. Here, the tectonic plates divide the planet into 6 separate continents, holding separate ecosystems, all within itself. With that being said, most of the ecosystems are almost identical to those found on Earth. Similarly, following seeding procedures of the planetary gardening procedure. The 6 continents all hold separate ecosystems, from the coastal jungles to the arid deserts, from plains to frigid camps. These lands are ripe for seeding. As such, a human ancestor shall be introduced. Australopithecus is its name. A human ancestor. We will be introduced properly with them later. They shall be introduced in a proper environment for them to spread across this world with subtle assistance with our programs to engage in proper evolutionary path to create the Homo genus. The continent is known as eclipsing, seeding a decent amount of a couple thousand Australopithecus in a region filled with great plains and sparse woodland, as well as arid regions and savannas to the southeast, a proper environment for these new settlers. These settlers will be the first on the planet in a world of possibilities. They will spread around 2 small lakes in the region, keeping a water source near, but sticking to the safety of roots, caves, and trees. The plains have ample resources for them to use as well. They do use stone tools, but the invention of fire is not yet perceived. Over the decades, they spread across the plains to nearby lakes north of where they currently were, expanding their habitat by several hundred miles, growing their population by the tens of thousands. With that being said, the first split of Australopithecus, with one being labeled A and the other one being labeled Type B. Type A being taller and limber, allowing for better running in the plains in the open, while B takes the shorter and bulkier build, living in trees and caves and sticking mostly to the coast. With the split growing larger and larger, aggression has become more observed between the 2 populations. Australopithecus type A and type B are seen engaging in very aggressive, hunts between each other. Type B spreads amongst the coast and heavily forested regions along the coast. Just realized I did that. Type A, with their longer limbs, spread across the plains within the region. With a couple thousand years later observed, both populations have reached a stable 500,000, holding onto the regions of their populations. Several adaptations could be noted between the 2. Type B developed a archaic form of canoe, using a large enough branch to paddle out for fish, while Type A made archaic fortifications by moving stones and branches to defend their homes from threats, as well as to protect recent kills. As more and more decades pass, the population spread of both groups is astounding. Type A spreads south with the plains and savannas. Type B spreads along the coast and reaches the nearby continent of Plantanu. A new variant of Australopithecus A is observed, with special adaptations with their hair and padding on their feet for traversing the deserts and arid badlands. with type B also having a split, having a more hunched posture in order to spear fish and frogs in streams and rivers, allowing them to increase resourcefulness in dense jungles of the West. After spreading for years on end, a terrible unknown plague ravaged the populations of all four types. Across all the different groups, of a 68% mortality rate was observed. With sparse pockets of survivors dealing with this deadly scourge, mass burials were observed by all groups, preventing the spread of the plague further. After the fall of the regional Australopithecus, it led to the rise of two new species, the Paranthropus, some more human-like ancestors, and the Kinyanthropus, similar in size and stature as Paranthropus, but adopting a flatter face. Both developed in different regions. Paranthropus in the north, while Caryanthropus occupies the south. I'll be going with type P and type K, respectively. The introduction of the new hominids intersecting habitats caused competition, allowing further development along the evolutionary path. Paranthropus spreads across the plains and arid regions, while the Kinyanthropus moves across the southern coast. With the rise of the new hominids, the older species are on the back foot, holding on to sparse territories across the edges of the continents. Australopithecus getting pushed across the continent, and type P and type K pushing into type A and type B territory. The fall of Australopithecus leaves a void in the ecological space, allowing a surge of a new hominid to take over, gaining resources and living space, while most Australopithecus either die or are pushed out across the continent. With the recent expansions of the new hominids, major tool use is observed, bigger brains and better articulations of the tools. The original Type A are pushed to an island roughly 100 miles in square feet. 1.2 million years before the first Homo sapiens appears, a genus known by Homo habilis. These new hominids are closer to us, but not there yet. Standing upright, but still has Australopithecus traits, their teeth and appearance, appearing on the coast and replacing Type A, effectively wiping out their entire species. They're not the only one on the back foot. The several subspecies of Australopithecus, Type B, Type C, and Type D, are faring similar situations. With the rise of the first Homo, with this ends the part 1, from the age of Australopithecus to the start of Habilis. Come back for part 2, and thanks for watching. Please leave comments on what you think will happen next, or if you have any ideas on further events. Ciao.